What's going on, everyone, and welcome back for another episode of Jersey Digs. Chris here. Hope you enjoy the watch today. Planning on doing some good beach metal detecting, see what's hiding in the sand. First dig coming your way. Alright, first signal this afternoon at the top of the slope. A 55. Let's hope for something better than a soda can. It's got a little bit of a jump to it, so it sounds a little fierce. Solid 55. Let's see what we're working with. Oh, my first signal of the day is going to be a ring, folks. And that's how you do it. No, it never happens this well, but at a 55, I'm going to say this is silver. There we go, 925. Let's see if I can show you. Wow. What's funny is I haven't made a video in a while because I haven't found anything. And I've been waiting for these storms to come because I figured they'd be beating up the sand a good bit. But that's a great find to come out. This little area here always produced some really good jewelry for me. But, while I'm talking about old jewelry, shout out to the Veteran Flipper YouTube channel. I'll put a little picture here for his channel and a link in my description. I met him at a yard sale I had a few weekends back, and really cool guy, really knows his stuff. I've been pretty much binge watching his channel now for the last few weeks. It's not the reason why I haven't made a video. I've made some videos and I just really didn't find anything, so I wasn't feeling the content, so you folks really didn't see it. Outside of a bunch of fishing weights and clad and whatnot, nothing really came out, but great way to start it here. Well, I want to look at this ring again while I have you folks here. I'm telling you, it's been a sluggish few weeks as far as detecting. I've also been really busy, but that's a pretty ring. If only it was a little bigger, I'd take my gold one off finally until I lose it and become a depositor, and then the mission will be to find my old lost ring. Anyway, kept you on long enough. Next dig. 34, 35. It's pretty nice numbers. I think I may have just seen it. I think it's fishing supplies. There it is. Alright, fishing weight. So I'm finding heavies in the surf line. But yeah, gonna be a few weeks of videos by my lonesome, by the way, folks. Pull tab is back in the area, but he does have to leave again for a month. So for those pull tab fans out there, he'll be back. Questions, not if, it's just when. Next dig. So yet again, some more jewelry out of the hole. Not recorded, because obviously it's crust, so I was hearing this ferrous more than anything, but really good sign. Guys, this is a beach that I hit probably every week for the last 15 weeks, 16 weeks. For stuff to be coming out just goes to show could be a good day. Next dig. I'm down in the wet. Not much down here outside of some clad so far. And 10 sticks. Come on. Don't be so good. Sounds like a dime. Will it be my dime? Alright, so I'm at a crusty dime, and all the coins here, these have been here for a hot minute. These probably fell out of someone's pocket in the surf, and now they're starting to wash up, which is exactly what I'm looking for. It's nice off season. No one's here. You can just roam where you want. Also, while I'm showing you, so this is the hillside. What I like to do is find where it forms like a bowl at the top of the high tide line, and that's typically where I'm detecting. It's usually where I'm walking up to, and I'm gridding those spaces pretty heavily. They don't always produce, but when they do, they really pull something good. Like that little, the ring I found, my first stick, couldn't believe it. That was in one of those bowls. It was at the top of the bowl, but still, the waves have been getting up there and really just chewing away at the sand. So you're getting to layers that that haven't been exposed since who knows when. It could be months, could be years. All depends on the strength of the storm and the way the waves are pushing the sand. But anyway, I'm pretty much determined to work the wet sand today. Like, I'm gonna work the wet sand to the top of the slope. I don't plan on doing much dry sand hunting, especially when you're in a condition like this, and the wet sand is somewhat producing, we'll say. It's not amazing. Have I seen better? Yeah, but there are signals. Next dig. All right, more wet sand. Really solid 44. Sounds, it's not exactly a coin tone, but it's probably a coin tone. Still just banging the 44. When you see a perfect 44 like that, it makes you think it could be something special. Let's see. Nope. It's just gonna be the crustiest dime you've ever seen. Next dig. And more wet sand signals. And I'm like in the wet. Like, waves are washing past me here, so I gotta move quick. It's a 4140. I'm not avoiding the penny tones. Like I said, well, maybe I haven't said it in this video yet, but there's moments where these penny tones are gold rings. So if you're avoiding them, thinking you're doing yourself a favor, you're not, especially in these types of conditions. Next dig. All right. 45, 46, but it sounds, sounds larger than what a dime would be. So a dime would ring up 45, 46. Sorry, just punched the life out of my camera with the sand scoop. Maybe a fishing weight, but it's giving me a really solid 47 right now. Wow. Some of these numbers I'm getting down here really starting to make me think something good could come out. Perfect 48. It's loud though. What are you? Ah, okay, I have a fishing lure. Again, heavy stuff, guys. Hopefully something good comes today. I'm sure you've heard me complain all summer beach hunting season. I haven't found any franken gold, but I'm gonna try today because I think so far you folks have seen about a half hour of video. Half hour of me detecting pretty substantial results considering how far we are into off season. Next dig. It's a 39. My detector doesn't exactly want it. 37, 38. I think at best here we're getting a crusty penny. Anyone watch the detecting duo? I think they detect solid 37. Abraham in the scoop. But anyway, the detecting duo, the wife, whenever she finds a penny, she's like, I found a penny. And I don't know, it makes me laugh. But anyway, that's my other YouTube shout out for today, I guess. Veteran Flipper and detecting duo. $48. Silver numbers. I think I picked the right beach today, guys. I was gonna go to Asbury because they had the See Here Now festival, and there were like 10,000 people on the beach this weekend, but I figured it's probably been detected or oh George, sheesh. Or it's blocked off still because they got to dismantle the whole stage and everything. I was actually at the beach next to Asbury Park yesterday and I couldn't get on. I was fenced in and I drove past the other side. Didn't seem any better. So I just, I'll avoid that for another year. Next dig. Some more quarter tones in the wet sand. Nickel away from the cycle. Crazy amount of coins. Okay. Nothing there. For those who say in your detector, the legend doesn't work in the wet sand, you're a liar. I'm trying to get this out, guys. There we go. 50's out, along with a bonus sand crab. Alright, many of those over here. More coins. Anything special? Nope, just an old Georgie. There's a chance at some silver coming out. In the form of a coin, that is. I have found silver coins here. Oh, no. Detector's gonna need a bath after today. I have not done much wet sand hunting. I feel like I have multiple targets here. I'm trying to figure it out. $48, $50. Got it. Nothing in the hole. Come on, sand. There we go. What do we got? Another George. A better day's George, we'll call him. Yeah, the sand's producing. The wet sand. It's a really good sight, guys. Now, coins, they're going to flow a little differently than like a ring would, just because of their weight and the fact that they're flat. You know, the waves are going to manipulate them a little more. Boy, glad I have my chest mount on for that one. So, trying to start to pinpoint where rings are going to be hiding. Do I go? I'm saving, you know, the upper slope for my way back because the tide's coming in. So I'm basically just walking, zigzagging, moving about the tide line as I see fit. And then on the way back, I'm going to do the upper slope and hit those bowls that I was talking to you folks about. Next dig. All right, it is the turning point in this journey. I'm going to start making my way back. I pretty much detected the tide line as best I could, kind of meandering, you know, 10 feet up, 10 feet back. I'm just trying to cover as much beach as I can. I probably did a good half mile of beach, I'll say. So now my plan is to kind of start targeting this upper slope and this hill here. And I'm just going to zigzag up and down it. As I hit patches, I'll work them. Next dig. Okay. I think that's my lowest numbers of the day. At a 12, 13, probably trash, but I don't know. For my videos, I try to keep things realistic. You know, I think there's a lot of detecting YouTubers out there that just show the highlight reel, and yeah, it's really fun, but I think it's important for people to see the reality of this hobby. You know, we're glorified garbage men that occasionally find some treasure. I think that's pretty much what it comes down to. Had a chirp, no chirp. Yeah, look at that. The black sand and the rocks, and it's nice and compact. This is the type of stuff that I wait for. And I think after this point, you probably won't see a crazy amount of beach detecting videos. Like, I know I've done probably mostly beach detecting videos this whole summer. But I'm going to start murking my way inland and getting some permissions. I have one that I'm working on for 2 weeks from when you'll probably see this video, and then I'm just waiting for a few farms in the area to really hack down their crops and give me a chance to swing. Me and Poltab have a handful in mind that we plan on doing some knocking for. Did our research this summer, so hopefully just a few of those pan out, and they'll probably make do for at least a bunch of hunts. I like going to a place a lot, so I typically try to work something out with whoever the owner is to let me come back periodically. Next dig. Blocky from the wind. 12, 13, yet again. See if it's any different from the past aluminum foil. Nope, it's just gonna be more aluminum foil. Reality, everyone. There it is. Next dig. Took a long walk for this quarter. It's in the very top of the slope. I've been gritting up and down, and I'm in this nasty looking stuff. But this area has proven good to me in the past. There we go. Looks shiny. A 1997 George. So funny thing about this surf stuff, it gives you a really good idea of where the tide came to. So there's the water. So I have technically like 70 feet of wet sand to play with. And it's crazy what you see pushed in this sometimes. I found GoPros up here last year before I started the YouTube channel. This stuff, it was all sunglasses. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of sunglasses. I was picking through them, but they were all beat up from the waves. They must have been stuck out in the surf for quite a long time, but it was really interesting to see. And, you know, it just goes to show that no area on the beach is off limits for where potential treasure or valuables or whatever it is you're going for that day is. It's all hiding everywhere. Next dig. Yeah. Come on. If I can get it, there we go. Tent stake. Kind of knew it was a tent stake, but the gritting or the zigzagging up and down the slope isn't really doing much. A little bit of clad, a little bit of this and that. Not too much. Not finding the patches that I thought I was going to find like I did on the way in. Hate to say it, I think I have the curse of the first. My first signal was really good, so that means everything thereafter is going to be okay at best. But I'm going to keep trying. Next dig. Pretty nice sounding 2930. Don't be a rivet. I was wondering why it was so dark, guys, and I realized I had these really dark pair of sunglasses on. I was like, I can't even see my screen. Anyone else seeing that in there? Oh man, am I about to find my first gold? Oh, be gold. That looks pretty good. Before I get too excited, let's give you a zoom on this thing. That is a pretty looking ring. Little wear and tear to it. 2930. I don't like those holes there. Not seeing anything. But okay, we have a candidate for testing for gold. Really pretty ring. Definitely has the weight for it. Oh man. I hope so. It'll be funny that I've gone the whole year. I haven't found gold. I come here in the off season, find gold. But alright. I'm gonna put this in the pocket because people are coming up to me. Next dig. Alright, figure I'd tune you in. Still working the same patch. I think that's gonna be gold-plated silver. But I have a sketchy 34, 38. I'm thinking junk jewelry and or a bottle cap. But, I mean, shoot, jewelry's coming out. I'll take 2 pieces of silver on the day. There we go. First one for this video. Not the first one I've dug today, unfortunately. I'm still going to keep moving and grooving. I got a pretty long ways back. Next dig. Okay. 26. The day that one of these pull tab tones is actually a ring is the day I'll quit this hobby, because you guys should see my pull tab collection. Sounds like a pull tab. Yep, there we go. Let's see what color I got today. It's blue. If it was green, I would die. Next thing. Alright. And yeah, I'm in the dry sand. I pretty much reached the end of where I was detecting. But I have mostly a 22. Did I get it? No, I got a cigarette butt. What is this? Isn't that the crustiest of crusty pennies? It goes right in the trash pouch. I got a few 100 feet left. Gonna meander, you know, again, between the wet and the dry at this point. Nearing the end. Next dig. Alright, folks. It's time for the final signal of the day. A really sketchy low tone. Your favorite. See if this one's not going to be a piece of tin foil. But yeah, whoa, look at that. Cut me off mid-sentence. What I was going to say is not even a bad day, and it just got a little better. Get out. Doesn't look good. But it is gold and shiny pearl earring. That must have been like just dropped. Because if it's junk, this thing should be corroding like crazy. Well, I guess we got another candidate for testing. Not a bad day. All things considered, everyone. I mean, it's just a beautiful weather, overcast, 70 degrees. tides are finally starting to beat up the beaches, which is what I prefer, as opposed to, you know, coming here in the summer and trying to beat other detectorists. There's no competition right now in my area, which is nice. Everyone who would be detecting has gone home. I think we're due for a wrap up. I gotta go home and test some of this jewelry that I just pulled out. But I think I have 2 silver rings. Pretty confident on that. See if hopefully that's some gold, because that would be a day maker. See you there. All right, everyone, the finds are cleaned up, and let's bring this video home. Not a bad day. All in all, you're looking at a board of about 3 hours of metal detecting with a good hodgepodge variety of finds. Found probably about a pound in lead, old fishing lure. I gotta look this thing up. It says crocodile on it somewhere. There it is. It's upside down. It says crocodile on it. So I want to look that up and get an idea of how old this is, because this thing's definitely been batting around in the ocean for quite some time for it to get to that level of shape there. Found a Beats by Dre headphone. You folks didn't see that. A bunch of pull tabs. Let's talk about the clad. I found $5.25 in quarters, 10 dimes. So that's $6.25 and 11 pennies. So I found $6.36 in clad. But the odd thing is I found no nickels. I could have sworn I found a nickel today, but I'm guessing no. So hey, it is what it is. Not complaining on the quarters. I guess it goes to show that these heavier, wider coins are getting blown around a little bit more in the surf. All the pennies were mostly near the top of the tide line, and the dimes were, floating somewhere around the middle or with both. Found some junk jewelry. You folks saw the bangle, the earring. You didn't see these other 2 earrings. I didn't record them. This one was obviously iron, didn't sound good. This one as well just did not sound good. So I felt like the video was going on long enough. Let me not include this. Let's talk about this guy here. So I was pretty optimistic that this was going to be gold-plated silver. Unfortunately, folks, it's nothing. It's just a junker, but it is quite a good-looking junker. This will likely end up going in my good rings box. I really do like the shape of it. This one doesn't seem like it's going to go with my poopy rings. And let's talk about the cream of the crop, my silver ring, my first signal of the day. I was expecting the soda can, had zero optimism for the signal. It had a weird thud to it, and I wonder if that had to do with the black sand that I was fighting against. I noticed a little bit of chatter from the black sand, which the legend usually does a pretty good job at not having that. But good find, nice silver ring. Show you the weight. Let's see. I'm gonna guess 6.2 grams. Oh, 7.15, even better. All right, so we got a 1/4 ounce silver. Not a bad day. And outside of that, folks, that's it. I'm hoping to bring you folks to some nice permissions in the coming weeks. I have a few lined up. They just have to get worked out as far as a date for when I can get there. If it's not going to be permissions, it might end up being the beaches again if they're being this productive in the off season. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, throw a like on the video. Certainly helps me out. See you on the next dig.